Hi there, Capricorn. Welcome to your reading. This is Dieta Pearl, and this is your general angel reading for the week of February 21st through 27th of 2022. So here your cards are coming out. Your guardian angels have gathered, and they are offering the best messages that they can give you together as a group, right? So anytime that you're feeling like, I don't think that applies to me, right, it could possibly not apply to you, because it'll be kind of like majority rules, you know. So if the majority are experiencing this other thing, then and you're not, well, then that little part of it will not resonate with you, and that's just fine. You can just leave that there, leave it for the others, and then the next part of it probably will be more for you. Okay, all right. So here now we have the cards all out. Let's just see. All right. Awaken the goddess within you. So these are the goddess cards. And so it will talk about goddess. These, however, are not gender specific. This is male or female, no matter, you know, what your thoughts are on that. This is not only for females. Okay? Awaken the goddess within you through dance, self-care, and appreciating your divinity. So appreciating your own self. This is your inner self, your inner god or goddess. This is what makes you absolutely unique. And it feels like you've been kind of hard on yourself lately. And so it's time to stop doing that. It's time to value yourself. Whether that is through, you know, things like self-care and dancing and celebrating, or, you know, however you choose to accomplish it, but be aware of how unique and special you are, that there is truly nobody like you, that it feels like there are opportunities that have come to you that you're not sure, you're not fully acknowledging that they came to you only because you are you. This opportunity could not have come to anybody else. And so it's because you are who you are, and that you are unique. And that is your place of resonance. I could hardly get that out. It's like so important. You must hear this. This is your place of resonance. And it's time for you to fully recognize that, acknowledge that. Okay? All right. So imagine, what would you see, feel, think, and hear if your wish came true? What would your whole life look and feel like if it was exactly your perfect life? And this feels like it's to do with acknowledging your inner self, your inner uniqueness, and that the life you have and that you are creating is only for you. There is nobody else who can possibly accomplish this and do this the way you do it. So what does that look like? And what does it feel like? And really, really sink into that. Be in that world. Be in that life as you want it. Use your imagination. There are no limits, you know? So, you know, if you're still, if you think of this in terms only of, you know, what has gone on before, or what somebody else could accomplish in this situation, or whatever, you won't get to the true possibilities for you. So try to do this. It's difficult to do at first. Try to do this without limits, and make it something that you will thoroughly thrive in. Okay? Yeah. All right. Now, okay. So it feels very related. There are a lot of changes happening in your life, in your thoughts, in your perspective, something like that. You're developing, you're evolving, you're growing. And that is all necessary, positive change. You know, the world in general is changing a lot too. And so whatever portions of that that affect you directly, yes, that's causing change as well. But all of it is necessary, and it's all heading in the right direction. Even though some of it might not feel like it, it is. It's all necessary to get where you're going, right? So when you are imagining your best life, this is part of what has to happen in order for you to get there. It's all part of the path, it's part of the journey. There's things maybe you have to learn along the way, or things in your surroundings that have to change so that what you want will be possible or embraced, or you know, along those lines, right? So it's all orchestrated. All right. Now, in the meantime, you have to stand by your boundaries. You have, in the past, you have created some boundaries, and it's tempting to let them slide sometimes, because maybe you're tired, maybe you're like, but I already explained all this to you and you're still not doing it. Fine, whatever, do what you want. That would be a huge mistake. That would be a huge mistake. So stand by your boundaries, even if you have to explain it all over again another 10 times. However, whatever it takes, make sure you are enforcing your boundaries, because there is nobody else who can. Right? So if you let that slide, then you will be, you will lose respect, and not only of the other person, but self-respect, and that's more important than any other person, right? So you really need to stand by that. There's a reason you created that as a boundary, and it's real and it's valid, and you need it. Yes, you do. Okay. The other person may be hurt in the short term, but that's their deal. It's not your deal, right? They can be hurt. That's okay. They have something to learn from this too. You need to enforce your boundaries. They already know about them, mostly, you know. And so the better you can explain it and not justify it, that's not what they're saying. You're not justifying anything. You are simply explaining what your point of view is. You are not entertaining negotiations. This is your boundary, and you are entitled to have it. Okay, all right. Be firm. Your angels want you to be firm. They're with you every step of the way. They're surrounding you. They're supporting you throughout the whole thing. Okay? All right. And so, and here, there's more of this. Okay. Of everything, only different. Everything that we've talked about so far, your inner self, and doing some self-care to fully feel your own value. The imagining exactly what it is that you want and need from your life. The changes that are happening within you and surrounding you, and holding your own boundaries. This is all signs of you blossoming. You are learning a lot as you go. And like this stuff that you've been doing, you've never done before. You've never grown this way before. And this is huge. This is amazing. And you've been doing so well. And if you have a moment where it feels like this is what's going on, when you have a moment that you think to yourself, oh man, I sucked at that. It's okay. It's okay. It's all part of the learning. We all suck at something. And then we don't suck so much at it because we learned. That's how you learn it. I mean, if you never ever make a mistake, you're learning nothing. You're trying nothing, right? So you just, you know, make amends if necessary and keep going, one foot in front of the other, and pretty soon you'll be blossoming further. That's just all signs of growth, and it's beautiful. Okay. Now, there is something that is coming to an end. It's a natural way it should be or is. All things do work in cycles. They flow kind of like waves, right? And so there is something that is just naturally ending, and it is making room for a new beginning. It comes with some relief. It feels like you were keeping that going because you thought you should, and now you can just breathe easier because it's finished, it's over, it's done. Yeah, so that's a natural ending, and it's almost like it's already outstayed its welcome, and you know that, but you've been holding on to it because you think you're supposed to, and yeah, it's not worth that. And so when you do actually let go of it, when you do let it just finish, oh, that feels so good to just be like, okay, whew, that's done. And then, you know, then there's time, then there's energy for the new beautiful thing to start. Exactly how it should. Okay, so here now we have the daily guidance cards, and we will see what is the last little bit of wisdom that your angels have to tell you for this week. Change in direction. So it's all this change and the hello and goodbye and the blossoming and everything. It's the boundaries. It's a change in direction. So where you thought you were headed with something, it's just not meant to be. And it's good. It's like I said, by the time you fully acknowledge that, it feels good. Yeah, you understand that that's how it's meant to be. Okay, Capricorn, thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate you very much. And I love you. And I will see you next week.